Hello, everyone, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I know it's been like many years since I've recorded YouTube videos, and that's because my life got busy finishing my education and all. So I've decided to launch this new channel, and I know it's going to take me a while to get some viewership. So I want to give you 14 warnings about me prior to starting that are pretty much not going to change a whole lot, so that you get an idea of what you're getting into on this channel, because it's just not going to change. So I want to give you some insight into kind of what you can expect. Number one, I live by this thing of I said what I said. And what I mean is don't come and tell me what I should have said on my own channel and what I could have said. I don't care to change the material that I've already put out to cater to people's feelings. If you don't like my channel, you can always go to another channel. There'll be plenty of them. Number two, I believe in free speech. People have a right to say stuff even if I don't agree. And that's me saying I'm not going to block a lot of people. Blocking is something that I'm going to do occasionally when I reasonably think that I'm threatened or that you're threatening people. Other than that, I don't plan to block you. People have a right to have an opinion. With free speech being stepped on these days, I don't want to be the reason that someone's free speech is impeded on. Number three, this channel will get a little preachy. I don't mean it to be that way, but when you're talking about African American history, which I say Black American, but that's another story for another day, the spirituality in the church plays a big role, so that's going to come up a lot. I'm just letting you know. If you don't like those days, skip those days. Number four, my channel will be about a lot of research and reading is fundamental. Therefore, because reading's fundamental, it's going to be hard to keep up unless you want to do your own research. I'm going to encourage that. That's going to be one of the more boring aspects if you are not that type of person. I'm not going to just tell you I'm a bookworm and that I like to read. We're going to occasionally get into some books, get into those, talk about them, say what they mean, how they contribute to the culture. Number five, please feel free to fact check what I say. Just because I'm someone on YouTube, you should not believe what I say just because I said it. I fact check YouTube people all of the time, and I also plan on my other social media networks in the future to fact check them as well. Number six, if you are under the age of 18, please get off my channel. I don't want kids on my channel. I'm going to emphasize that with a disclaimer. This children and this content, is not meant for children to consume. It's not to say that there are not some mature teenagers out there, but YouTube has their rules, and this is one I fully support. There are just things that when you are not a legal adult that you need to know. Though my channel doesn't go into being real lewd, there are just things that when you are a kid, you do not need to know. Number seven, if you don't like how I make videos and you have negative critiques constantly, there are always other channels you can go to. I'm not going to sit here and cater to why you say I could have done this, I could have said this, I could be this. And then on a side note, don't be one of those sneaky people that come onto my channel who like to buy YouTube channels to make them better, or BitChute or whatever network you go to, Venmo, whatever, because you think you can make me better. I don't plan on selling this channel anytime soon, if ever. So don't be that sneaky person. I can do this, I can do that. Right now, I don't want moderators and other things. I want this to be as organic as I can possibly make it. Not trying to be a lone wolf. I'm just saying that I just want to do my own thing for now. Some people like it, some people won't, take it or leave it. Number eight, I don't care for racist people. So what I mean is, just because people come on this forum and they're not black, doesn't mean they don't have a right to have opinions about stuff. That's just what that is. Take that however you like it. Number 9, I am a flawed individual like everyone else. I watch social media posts just like everyone else. I'm more so YouTube, and then I'm going to probably get in the BitChute, more likely get in the BitChute. I don't care for Twitter. I think Twitter's dead. That's a whole nother conversation. Don't care for Facebook. I think Facebook's dead. And if they're not dead, they're on life support. Don't care for Instagram or TikTok. So, but I am a flawed individual. I'm not perfect, and I will make mistakes like everybody else. Number 10 is the most important one, and I'm going to say this once. If you don't see me respond to petty people who make videos about me outside of these videos, the reason you'll know is because I'm not being dragged into anybody's petty, childish arguments. I understand when you're building a fan base, people will become protective of you. I have no problem with that, and I appreciate that in advance, whoever or whomever decides to become a part of this channel. But I don't plan to engage this back and forth people go through about why they hate this like this. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to take into account people's reasonable criticism of me, because reasonable criticism is healthy. It is a good thing. But what I'm not going to do is be drawn into petty, childish arguments. Just letting you know, if I don't respond, my lack of response is not weakness. It is I am an adult. That's what that is. Number 11 is really going to tick you all off. Look, no one has their own truth. Do not come to my channel saying you're speaking your truth and such is speaking theirs. I don't believe in that crap. You don't have your own truth. There's no amount of glitter, sprinkles, rainbows, sunshine, unicorns, honey chicken, boo-boo chow to change the fact. Sorry, Preach, because I know you're probably going to eventually watch this when I say that. You do not have your own truth. Your truth, or what you call your truth, can destroy other people. Therefore, don't bring that nonsense to me. And don't bring that nonsense to me that I am speaking my truth when I am going to be presenting you facts with references to follow those facts. It is not my truth. It is recorded fact, okay? With my opinion added and my commentary added. I don't have my own truth, and neither do you, and don't push that crap on my channel. I may or may not monetize in the future. Who knows? That's point number 12. I'm not going to get into that too much right now. I just want to get organically started, get to know people, meet different type of people, and network on here. Number 13, though I am a reserved and introverted person, I will not shy from controversial topics that need to be discussed. So if something bothers you, let me apologize in advance, because I'm not going to ask for neither your forgiveness nor permission, because I don't know you well enough to know why something bothered you. But always put it in the comment section, and feel free to have a reasonable discussion about why what I said may be bad. But that don't mean I'm going to probably take back some of what I say. Number 14, and the final thing. I'm not a person that cares about people's feelings. So if you're very easy to hurt, or you're easily offended, or you're hypersensitive, that's just something you got to deal with. I know that sounds heartless, but that's just how I am. Now, that doesn't mean that I set out to purposely offend. And if I did something that's offensive, I'll make a follow-up video explaining myself. Well, the apology will come first. But this idea that I offended you, that's subjective. All right. In the near future, the person you see on the screen, Jessie Redmond Fawcett, was a Harlem Renaissance writer. We're going to get right into the readings, and we are going to discuss all 4 of her novels that she had written in the order of year in which they were written. So first, we're going to get into her novel, There Is Confusion. That's her first one. So you may want to start reading that one right now. We'll get into her second novel, Plum Bun, and a novel without a moral. We'll go into that. Then we'll go to her third novel, The China Berry Tree, a novel of American life, and her final one, Comedy American Style. The reason I want to discuss her on a major scale is because I want it to be known that the Harlem Renaissance plays a big role, in my opinion, as to why lots of things are happening within Black America right now. And I think that her novels embody that. So that's going to be one of our many topics. There'll also be other topics, but a lot of that celebrity stuff you see about this celebrity going at this one, I won't be drawn into that stuff most of the time. So I'm giving you a heads up. You need to be getting on Jessie Redmond Fauces. There is confusion, because that can be a pretty hard book to read, probably based on how novels were written back then. It may not be my next video, but when it comes up, you'll know. Or you can go back and read in hindsight. Well, all right. I look forward to hearing from you all, and have a good one.